30. Devotional Thoughts for Women, written by Monica Diaz, read by Belinda Sainsbury.
Good morning, dear friends. Today, July 15th, our devotional is entitled As Yourself. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt. It is said that Oliver Wendell Holmes, an Associate Justice of the United States Supreme Court between 1902 and 1932, who was appointed by Theodore Roosevelt, once attended a meeting in which he was the shortest man. Making fun of him, a colleague said, "I should think you would feel rather small among us big fellows," to which he replied, "That's right. I feel like a dime among a lot of pennies." As you know, dimes are surprisingly smaller than pennies. Also, surprisingly, self-esteem is not based on what is seen, being more beautiful, being given more credit, being smarter than others, receiving privileges, etc. True, all that can be a source of satisfaction, but self-esteem is based on what is unseen. We find it hard to develop a healthy self-esteem. Either we have a much higher concept of ourselves than we should, or we feel insecure, inadequate, incompetent, and irrelevant. And although it's true that in relation to God we are merely creatures who don't compare with His greatness, it's also true that He crowned us with glory and honor, appointed us rulers over His handiworks, and placed us above everything else. Psalm 8, 5 and 6. If we view ourselves through God's eyes, we perceive our extraordinary value. It's not balanced or fair for us to feel we are not worth much. If we work on our ability to accept God's love, we will be working toward our self-esteem. You see, there are two dangers we need to avoid. 1. Narcissism, which generates rejection because it exhibits an arrogant behavior that always expects to be the center of attention and becomes furious when it's not so. Jesus himself warned us against it, saying, "Whoever exalts himself will be humbled." Matthew 23 verse 12. 2. Lack of self-love, which could lead to episodes of anxiety and moments of depression. Jesus also said, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. Love your neighbor as you love yourself." The whole law of Moses and the teachings of the prophets depend on these two commandments. Matthew chapter 22, verses 37 to 40. Love God, love your neighbor, not ceasing to love yourself. What are human beings that you think of them? Mere mortals that you care for them? You crown them with glory and honor. You place them over all creation. Psalm chapter 8 verses 4 to 6.